Hello, my name is Carl Surrey and this is a video tutorial for the Facebook group called Fans of Serif Software. Now this is going to be a sort of follow-up to part 2 of a cut and paste part of an image into a shape. So this could be part 3 or it just could be part 2.5. So in the second video that I made, Daniele Salvatore wanted part of these image, be it one of these faces or two of these faces or more, in a circle and sort of removed from the image, so he could then alter the background separately. And I showed how to do it in part 2 using different layers and cut and paste. It seems it wasn't quite what he was after, so I suggested that maybe he uses layer masks instead. And so I'm quickly want to show you how to do the same thing but using a layer mask. So I will come to the background layer over here, right click and duplicate, and unlike with the video previously, I duplicated 3 times and altered the different layers. This time we will just use one layer, and now we want to come and draw the circle. Now before I used the ellipse tool, and you're not necessarily restricted to the circular shape, but I'm going to stick with the ellipse. But this time we're going to use the ellipse marquee tool. So we're going to make a selection rather than a circle. So I'm going to hold down the shift key to keep it as a perfect circle. About that size. I'll just move it to where I want it. And using a selection now, I can actually refine this selection, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use a feather. Now I'm going to use quite a high-ish feather rating, so it won't just be like a very solid line going from whatever effect you want on the background to the perfect image in the center of the circle. Using feather we can sort of gradually fade it inward so it won't look so severe. So I'll click apply on that. So all we need to do now is add the layer mask, and the layer mask icon is this one here, the first one in this row of 4 here. So just click on that. Now you won't actually look any difference because the background image is still visible. So if I hide that, then that is how that looks without the background image. So I will make the background image visible again, and I'm going to move this circle over someone else, and what I'm going to do now is I will be painting this in, but we want to make sure that it is the layer mask that we are painting onto, and black is the foreground color. So if I come to paintbrush tool, double check that black is the foreground color, and I will now hide the background image. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint in over this area here. I know you can't see anything happening at the moment, and then once I think I've got it all finished, I'll just press Ctrl and I, and then you have that circle there made. So again I can highlight the background, come back to the ellipse marquee tool, click and drag this over someone else's face, or if that is too big like it is in the case I've got here, I'm going to draw a new one. It's a bit smaller. go. Right, so I'll again come to the brush tool, make sure black is the foreground colour, hide the background image and paint into there, and then press Ctrl and I. Oh, I forgot to feather that one, but I won't do it again now. What I should have done was refined, because it was a new circle that I'd drawn rather than use the same one that I'd done before. So I can now press Ctrl and D to lose the selected area, but as it does show that this is like a hard edge circle because I didn't refine it, whereas these two fade and will blend better. So I can make the whole image visible again, and then if I highlight the bottom image, I can add a filter to the bottom image, for example blur, and there you can see those three areas are not blurred, whereas all the others are blurred. So I apply that, and then you could also add an adjustment. I think the first time I tried this it didn't work so well, but I'll try it again. Just try recolor. There you go, recolor. And you could lower this down. So those three are still black and white because the layer mask of the upper level is protecting them. And hopefully you can also see that these top two blend in better than this one here, because this one wasn't refined. So that is basically it, doing the same job but using layer masks instead of cutting and pasting. So hopefully this is what Daniel was after. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.